Hey everybody, ATMD here, and let me tell you, I've seen it all, from talking dogs to guys who can juggle chainsaws while riding a unicycle. But nothing, and I mean, compares to the absolute craziness of some of the laws around the world. Seriously, you won't believe the stuff governments have decided to make illegal. Did you know that in Switzerland, flushing your toilet at night can get you in trouble? Or that in Singapore, you can't chew gum? We're about to take a trip around the globe to uncover some of the most head-scratching, laugh-out-loud, you-gotta-be-kidding-me laws ever written. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We promise you won't regret it. Alright, first up, we're heading to Switzerland. Land of beautiful mountains, delicious chocolate, and strict bathroom etiquette? You betcha. Switzerland is known for its precision and order, and this extends even to their bathroom rules. In some apartment buildings across Switzerland, if you decide to relieve yourself after 10 p.m., you better have a backup plan that doesn't involve flushing. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently the Swiss take their sleep very seriously. They believe in maintaining a serene and quiet environment for everyone to enjoy a good night's rest. But a flushing toilet being considered noise pollution worthy of a fine? That's next level. Imagine the surprise of newcomers when they first hear about this rule. Imagine having a late-night snack attack, polishing off some fondue, and then, bam! Nature calls. You think it's a simple trip to the bathroom, but not in Switzerland. You tiptoe to the bathroom, do your business, reach for the handle, and then you remember, it's after 10. The dread sets in. You can practically hear the Swiss police sirens in the distance. The fear of getting caught is real. So, you're left with a dilemma. Risk the fine or, well, let's just say the Swiss are known for their neutrality, but your bathroom air might not be. It's a tough choice. The moral of the story? If you're in Switzerland, plan your bathroom breaks strategically. Timing is everything, and maybe invest in some air freshener. It might just save you from an awkward situation. Next, we're jetting off to Singapore, a futuristic city-state with sparkling clean streets, incredible food, and a deep-seated aversion to chewing gum. That's right, folks. In Singapore, chewing gum is strictly prohibited, banned, verboten. You chew it, you pay the price. Apparently, back in 1992, the Singaporean government decided that gum was the root of all evil, or at least, the root of all sticky messes. They were tired of people sticking their used gum on sidewalks, under benches, even on public transportation. So, they did what any reasonable government would do. They outlawed it entirely. I'm talking hefty fines, folks. We're talking fines that could buy you a lifetime supply of breath mints, and believe me, you'll want those breath mints because smuggling gum into Singapore, that's a whole other level of illegal. So, if you're planning a trip to Singapore, leave the bubble gum at home. Alright, let's head north to the Great White North, home of maple syrup, hockey, and a strange aversion to using too many pennies. Yes, you heard that right. In Canada, the humble penny has a bit of a controversial status. You heard that right, folks. In Canada, you can't just go throwing your pennies around willy-nilly. It's not just frowned upon, it's actually regulated. They've got something called the Currency Act, and it's got a bone to pick with excessive penny pushing. This act sets out the rules for how coins can be used in transactions. Now, I'm not talking about walking around with a wheelbarrow full of pennies, although that would probably raise some eyebrows too. Imagine the looks you'd get. I'm talking about using a ridiculous amount of coins for a single purchase. The Currency Act actually limits the number of pennies you can use in one transaction. Let's say you're feeling extra Canadian and decide to buy a double-double at Tim Hortons and you want to pay for it entirely in pennies. Sounds quirky, right? Well, get ready for some side-eye from the cashier because legally, they can refuse your penny-laden payment if they deem it inconvenient, and trust me, they probably will. And let's be honest, nobody wants to be that guy holding up the line, counting out 200 pennies for a cup of coffee. It's not just inconvenient, it's downright annoying for everyone involved. So, next time you're in Canada, do yourself a favor and leave those pennies for the wishing fountains. They'll be much more appreciated there. Or, just use a debit card like a normal person. It's faster, easier, and you won't get any dirty looks from the cashier. Chapter 4, Japan, where the government measures your waistline. Now, we're heading to Japan, the land of the rising sun, bullet trains, and mandatory waistline measurements. Yes, you heard that right. Hold on to your sushi rolls, folks, because this one's a doozy. You might think it's all about sushi and sumo wrestlers, but there's more to it. In Japan, they take their health seriously. From daily exercise routines to balanced diets, it's a lifestyle. So seriously, in fact, that they've got something called the Metabo Law. This law is a cornerstone of their public health policy. And this law, my friends, is all about keeping those waistlines in check. It's not just a suggestion, it's a mandate. Essentially, if you're over the age of 40, the government can measure your waistline. Yes, it's that specific. And if you're exceeding the government-mandated limits, well, there are consequences. Well, let's just say you might be getting a strongly worded letter from your doctor, encouraging you to attend some weight loss programs. It's not just a suggestion, it's a call to action. I'm talking government-sanctioned diet plans, exercise routines, the whole 9 yards. They leave no stone unturned. Now I'm all for a healthy lifestyle, but the thought of the government keeping tabs on my waistline? That's a bit much. That's a little too big brother for me. It's like having a health monitor that never turns off. What do you guys think? Is this a step too far or a necessary measure? Let me know in the comments if you'd be cool with a little government intervention in your diet plan. Would you welcome it or find it intrusive? Chapter 5 Thailand, watch your step. Alright, let's head to Thailand, the land of smiles, beautiful beaches, and a very important rule about where you put your feet. That's right, folks. In Thailand, you better watch your step, literally. Because stepping on money? Big no-no. Now, I'm not talking about accidentally dropping a baht or two on the ground. I'm talking about full-on intentional foot-on-currency action. You see, the Thai currency features the image of the King of Thailand, and disrespecting the king is a serious offense, like jail time serious. So even if you're just goofing around, or maybe you've had one too many Singa beers, resist the urge to stomp on that stray bill. Trust me, it's not worth the risk. Instead, why not pick it up and buy yourself another Singa? Chapter 6 France. No kissing please. Next stop, France, the land of love, romance, and a strict no-kissing policy on train platforms? Say what? That's right, lovebirds. If you're in France and about to board a train, you better keep your lips to yourself. This law dates all the way back to 1910 when the French government decided that all that smooching was causing major delays on the platforms. Apparently, couples were so caught up in their farewell embraces that trains were literally leaving without them. So the French government, in all their wisdom, decided to put a stop to the platform PDA. Now, I'm not saying you can't steal a quick peck on the cheek, but any full-on makeout sessions? Save it for the Eiffel Tower, folks. Or, just wait until you're safely on board the train. G'day mates, we're heading down under to Australia, land of kangaroos, koalas, and a shocking law about changing light bulbs. You heard that right, folks. In the state of Victoria, if you want to change a light bulb, you better call in the professionals. I'm talking licensed electricians, folks. Apparently in Victoria, changing a light bulb is considered a highly specialized skill, one that requires years of training and a very important piece of paper. So, if you're caught swapping out a bulb without the proper credentials, get ready for a hefty fine. I'm talking fines that could buy you enough light bulbs to last a lifetime. It's enough to make you want to sit in the dark. So, the next time you're in Victoria and a light bulb goes out, don't even think about grabbing a ladder. Just call a licensed electrician and let them do their thing, and maybe offer them a cuppa while you're at it. Next up, we're off to Italy, the land of pizza, pasta, and a surprising rule about feeding the birds. That's right, folks. In Venice, the city of canals and gondolas, you better think twice before you toss that breadcrumb to a pigeon, because feeding the pigeons in Venice is strictly prohibited. Apparently, the city's iconic buildings and statues were taking a beating from all the pigeon droppings, so the Venetian government decided to take action, banning the feeding of pigeons altogether, and it seems to be working. The pigeon population has decreased, and the city's monuments are breathing a sigh of relief. So next time you're in Venice, admire the pigeons from a distance, and maybe pack a granola bar for yourself instead. Hold on to your lederhosen, folks, because we're speeding off to Germany, the land of beer gardens, Oktoberfest, and a strict rule about running out of gas on the Autobahn? That's right, speed demons. In Germany, if you're cruising down the Autobahn and your fuel gauge starts flashing red, you better have a plan. Because running out of gas on the Autobahn is not just inconvenient, it's illegal. The German government takes their Autobahn etiquette very seriously. And running out of gas? Well, that's just poor planning, my friend. It's considered a preventable hazard, and you could end up with a hefty fine. So next time you're planning a road trip through Germany, make sure you fill up that tank, and maybe pack a spare gas can just in case. Last but not least, we're jetting off to the United Arab Emirates, land of towering skyscrapers, luxurious shopping, and a very strict rule about your vocabulary. That's right, folks. In the UAE, you better mind your manners and watch your language, because swearing in public, big no-no. And I'm not just talking about dropping the occasional damn or hell, I'm talking about any and all offensive language. Whether you're cursing a blue streak in the middle of the mall, or letting loose on social media, you could be slapped with a hefty fine or even jail time. The UAE takes public decency very seriously, and that includes the words you choose to use. So next time you're in the UAE, keep it clean. Think happy thoughts, use your inside voice, and maybe brush up on your compliments. Well folks, there you have it, 10 of the strangest, most unbelievable laws from around the world. Which of these laws shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you know of any even weirder laws, we'd love to hear them. If you enjoyed this wild ride through the world of bizarre legislation, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more hilarious content. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay legal.